And what's cracking, you guys? Welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is going to be a quick update on Cardano. It's going to be a 360 update, so it's going to be a bit different. I know that the Cardano audience that watches these videos, you guys are really out there. You guys are always showing up on all my videos and commenting. I don't care if it's positive or it's negative, but it means a lot to me. I just want you guys to know that. So this is going to be a 360 view on the market. So we are going to be talking about primary focus Cardano, but I also want to be going over Bitcoin dominance, because Bitcoin dominance helps us understand what are the altcoins doing relative to Bitcoin, right? Are they holding up better than Bitcoin, or are they holding up worse than Bitcoin? So we'll be going over the Bitcoin dominance chart. In addition to, I will also be going over Bitcoin's chart today. And why is that? Because these markets, guys, they're heavily correlated, right? If Bitcoin dumps, there's a very good probability that the altcoin that you're looking at also takes a leg to the downside. So I'll be giving you guys that 360 view. Now, before I jump into all this juice, just a bit of housekeeping. Sean actually posted a premium video yesterday on the dashboard, under the premium video section. Now, this was an important video. The last time Sean actually posted something this important was here when he called for $42,000 when Bitcoin was only sitting at $16,000. Yeah, it's that important. Okay, so go ahead and watch it if you haven't already done so. It's one of those big idea videos, but it's essentially going to help you understand what it is that you need to be looking out for in the next 2 months to help you, anticipate the continuation of the bull run. It's going to give you a head start. Let's put it that way. All right, and especially in these precarious situations right now. I mean, look at the global landscape. We got war, we got elections coming up, we got record high interest rates. Right, so with all of that, guys, it's very important to stay ahead of the game. So watch that premium video right there that Sean actually did. You'll find this on the app.mangoresearch.co. Alright, so now let's first start off with Bitcoin dominance. Now, like I said, Bitcoin dominance is going to help us understand how are the altcoins holding up against Bitcoin. And you can see right now, a couple of weeks ago, in fact, Bitcoin dominance broke out at this 54 percentile mark, which basically tells us that, okay, Bitcoin made up most of the market capitalization of the entire crypto market. But notice what's been happening over the last 2 weeks. Red candles. What is that saying? Well, the altcoins now are beginning to hold up better than Bitcoin in this current juncture of the markets. I will not be surprised if Bitcoin dominance comes down one more time all the way down to that 54 percentile mark. If it breaks 54%, all right, that's what I'm saying, that the altcoins do have the upper hand and they're holding up stronger than Bitcoin in this current phase of the market. So this is what you guys ought to be looking out for. If Bitcoin dominance falls further, it's telling you that the altcoins are holding up better than Bitcoin in this phase. Alrighty, so this is the first thing I want you guys to watch out for. Now, this is essentially what it's telling us. With these candles, at the very least, I'll be looking for a test to that 54 percentile mark, telling me that the altcoins are going to be holding up better. Okay, but now if I take you on over to Bitcoin's chart, all right, so now we have that one variable in that. Let's actually go ahead and note that down, okay? BTCD, which is Bitcoin dominance, alts are holding up better. All right, we're going to try and form a picture for ourselves. Now, as far as Bitcoin is concerned, we're just going to be looking at Bitcoin through a weekly perspective. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, I do believe that this wants to fall a little further down. Okay, and owing to what? Well, I'm going to go ahead and pull up my Mango dynamic indicator right here. All right, now I am looking actually for a retest of that Mango dynamic support. It's an entire zone of support. Alrighty, this is the dynamic cloud, and it's been helping us stay on the right side of Bitcoin ever since Bitcoin's bull market started right here. This was back in Jan of 2023. Yes, we've been in a bull market, guys, for over a year. All right, and we have been bullish for over a year. In fact, ever since we actually took out the dynamic resistance, we've been bullish. This was one of our bull market signatures. And even during the banking crisis right here, notice we dipped down only to close over. Once again, we saw a bit of a stutter stop only for prices to take out dynamic resistance, to flip it into support, and then off to the races. This has kept us on the right side of Bitcoin's bull market so far. So I will not be surprised if we actually get another test. If we see another meltdown, this is that support region that I'm going to be looking towards. For as long as we're holding dynamic as support, I'm going to be bullish on Bitcoin and the entire crypto space. All right, for those of you who want the numbers on that dynamic support, the region comes in at around $59,000 going all the way down to $54,000. Okay, that is the range. I'll be annotating the numbers on my screen. Right, so another thing that could be alluding to prices wanting to come down there, and this is something I'm going to be telling you guys to watch out for, is this. If you turn on something as simple as your 10 simple moving average on the weekly time frame, I want you to notice every time price has actually broken that 10 simple moving average, we've actually managed to make our way all the way down to dynamic support. Okay, you can see it right here. In fact, I'll just give you a quick sort of visual right here. You know, we broke it, came all the way down to dynamic support. This was the banking crisis, so we saw a bit of a dip more to the downside. All right, you can still capitalize on greedy dips. That's what it's telling you. Even right here, broke the dynamic, came all the way down, tested dynamic support, off to the races once again. Once again, consolidated, broke 10 SMA support. I'm sorry if I'm saying dynamic support. Broke 10 SMA support, made our way all the way down to dynamic support, held it. Okay, that's where the buyers actually stepped in. And now once again, we've been rallying on the 10 SMA. We broke it right here briefly, but you could have got greedy on the bid by, well, looking for that dynamic test, and we got the dynamic test, and where did the buyer step in once again? Dynamic support, right? Picked up right there, off to the races once again. And now this, if this weekly candle closes underneath that 10 SMA, I will not be surprised if we get another revisit down to that dynamic cloud. All right, that's what you ought to be watching out for. The dynamic indicator has been the biggest hack for me on many of the high to mid MCAP coins, and I have been ringing it out for everything it's got. Now, I'm saying that if you are trading any of these assets like Cardano and Bitcoin heavily, check out the Mango Dynamic Indicator. You'll find this on the mango.com/dynamic, especially if you are a trend trader. Right, it's always going to keep you on the right side of the trend. I cannot stress this enough. Now, while Bitcoin is telling us is that, hey, prices looks like it wants to come down a little further, okay? We can add that as another point right here. All right, so here it is. It says, if and only if Bitcoin closes underneath the 10 SMA, then look for a price dip. Okay, where to next? I'm looking for a dynamic cloud. And why I really like the dynamic cloud, guys, is that there's also confluence with the Mango Lifeline. Now, this is another indicator that we just released. It's been really good, and especially for those of you who are swing traders like me. Now, I identify myself as a swing trader and a trend trader. So I use the dynamic to keep me on the right side of the trends. As far as the lifeline is concerned, it helps me understand what a good bit of opportunities. If I'm looking to jump into a trade, especially my swing trades, it's going to help me understand what are the next greedy bid opportunities I should be gunning for. Because not only does it give me a bid, you can see here buy zones, right? It gives me a scale in zone right here, the next scale in zone, and more importantly, it gives me an invalidation. It tells me when I am wrong on my trade entirely. Right? And that invalidation, guys, notice if we actually come all the way down to the invalidation, we're also losing that dynamic support, which is our cyclical indicator to keep us on the right side of Bitcoin's macro trend. Right? So it gives you all of this information in addition to targets. Why I really like the lifeline bid opportunity right here is that there's confluence with what? Our dynamic support right there, right? At 59.3K, it's the top of the dynamic. So this is looking like a very good bid op for now. But now while I'm giving you the bid ops, guys, I'm also giving you levels to handle your positions off of. All right, so just fall back on over to your invalidation. Right now, the invalidation comes in at around 50,500. All right, so if you are taking trades, I'm always going to say this, and make sure that you have enough margin to actually withstand a dump all the way to the downside. You should not be getting stopped out or even liquidated if price comes down here. All right, that's just a quick tip for you. If you find that you are going to be getting stopped out or liquidated, especially liquidations, my goodness. If you find that you're going to be getting stopped or liquidated, you are over position on that trade. If prices dump here and you are uncomfortable, you are over position on the trade. So ask yourselves these very key questions before jumping into trades. Okay, so but for now, if we get the close underneath the 10 SMA, prices coming down all the way to that 59.3K region, all right? Also lining up with that lifeline support, a buy op right there. Okay, that's the scale-in op on the lifeline. Once again, for those of you swing traders, you're looking for the lifeline indicator. Great indicator. You'll find this one on the mangoway.com/lifeline. Also, guys, if you're debating on any of the indicators, on any of the courses, just get into the chat. Okay, we have a lot of people in there who are gonna give you some very honest feedback on what you should be looking at that's gonna fit your trading personality. All right, so now what's the picture we have so far? Bitcoin dominance is telling us that the alts are likely gonna be holding up stronger in this phase, okay? Bitcoin, on the other hand, looks like it's gonna fall. If Bitcoin falls, and the alts, however, are still gonna be holding up better in this phase of the market. All right, so now let's talk about the picture that we have in front of us. Bitcoin dominance is telling us that, hey, the alts are actually holding up better than Bitcoin in this phase of the market. Okay, Bitcoin on the other hand is saying that, I'm looking a bit weak here. I might fall all the way down to the weekly dynamic indicator, the weekly dynamic support. All right, so now if Bitcoin is saying that it's going to fall to the weekly dynamic support, all right, but Bitcoin dominance is saying that, hey, yeah, okay, Bitcoin is going to fall to the weekly dynamic support, but they also look like they're going to hold up better in this dump than Bitcoin. What does that mean for Cardano? It means that while Cardano could dump alongside Bitcoin, that dump is not going to be as severe as Bitcoin's dump. All right, that's what I'm extrapolating from the picture right now. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and turn on some key regions of support and resistance on Cardano to see where we are relative to, well, its levels. So now this is Cardano on the weekly time frame. The one indicator, once again, the hack indicator I've been using on Cardano for the past few cycles, it's been keeping me very, very safe and very, very profitable, is once again that dynamic support. This is one of my key edges on ADA USDT. Now you can see that we actually lost dynamic support right here. Right? Not only do we lose dynamic support, dynamic is now red, we have a negative slope on that. So I'll say this, I will not be looking for further upside from Cardano until we can actually reclaim dynamic resistance to the upside. For those of you who want the numbers on dynamic resistance, please go ahead and take note of it. It comes in from around 54 cents going all the way down to 53 cents. Okay, I will once again be annotating the numbers on my screen. However, do prices fall even further? Well, for that, I want us to look at the critical region of support that Cardano is currently sitting on. Okay, now this is a multi-year region of support which came in from around 44 cents going all the way down to 40 cents. All right, and you can see right here, I'm just going to knock off everything else. You can see right here, ever since we broke down back in October of 2022, every test of that region, guys, was met with resistance. 1, 2, this entire range here, these are all weekly candles, 3, all right, 4, until the bulls actually managed to take it out in a big way. So this is a very, very key region. And while we had been living underneath it since October of 2022, we managed to sweep it out in December of 2023. So over a year of using it as resistance. So this is going to be a critical point for the Cardano bulls to actually defend. All right. Now I'm saying this, if Bitcoin falls further, I will not be surprised if Cardano actually gives us another test of this region right here. Now this is the greedy bit that I personally am going to be gunning for, as I had mentioned to you guys that I have a position writing from this region right here, as well as this region right here, and the one that I added right here, I knocked this off. Okay, so this I no longer have. I'm looking to actually take that and reposition that lower. All right, so that is the next greedy bid I'm going to be gunning for, which comes in only at around 40 cents. And one other thing alluding to a potential dip on ADA as well comes in right here on the Mango dashboard. Get into the Mango dashboard. You'll find this once again, app.mangoresearch.co. Don't forget about that premium videos that Sean actually posted yesterday. But check out ADA's trend and volatility profile. Okay, we got shorts across the board. You have positive returns telling you that, hey, the bears are seeing follow through, right? They're showing their hand there. And however, volatility at 78, 53, 57, 78 is telling me that, okay, we could see a partial rally on the 4-hour time frame. But check this out, 53 and 57, that's super healthy. Tell me that the bears still have a bit more juice left in them to take this down even further. It's only when we see a series of shorts across the board and volatility at those high 90 numbers will I say that, okay, right now the bears look like they're about to get tired. All right, it's when the bears get tapped out can we actually look for the bulls to take over in earnest. All right, however, it's not just, okay, just because we have volatility at 90, flip bullish. No, you want to see a combination effect here. Okay, volatility at 90, but also you want to see these trends, especially on your lower time frames, start flipping long. You want to see this flip bullish. All right, you want to see the trend on the 4-hour first flip bullish and then cascade on over to the 12-hour, on over to the daily, and then 2-day, right? Because your trends always start from your lower time frames and then cascade on over to higher time frames. All right, now I'm always going to suggest that you guys have your alerts set in on ADA if you don't already have them, because just in case you're out and you want to be in tune with the charts, but however, you need that alert. Sometimes you just need that nudge, right? You need the nudge to tell you that, okay, it's time to be looking at the charts. Something drastic is happening here. Get those alerts in for that, okay? And especially if you're someone looking to actively trade or maybe even get in your long-term positions in. All right, it's going to alert you via email as soon as that goes off. But right now, even the trend and volatility profile is telling us that, hey, the bears still have a bit more juice left in them, so we could see another move to the downside. However, like I said, just based on what Bitcoin dominance is doing, I think the altcoins in this dump that we're about to get might hold up better than Bitcoin. So that's something that I personally am going to be watching out for. Of course, guys, if things change for whatever reason, I will be giving you an update either on the daily videos, or one better, I'll be posting it right here on the Mango Dashboard Premium video section. All right, or hell, I'll even present it to you on the live stream. But this is the 360 analysis on ADA. I really, really hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. One better, in fact, get into the Discord chat. You'll find this on themangoway.com/Discord. Until then, I hope you liked the video. Hit the likes if you did. I'll see you now in the next one. With this, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the Mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao, you guys.